So I'm Ben, for those guys who don't know me. Firstly, a little bit of how we burn fat. So a bit of what's going on and what actually happens when you are dieting and the limitations of why people do lose fat and why they don't. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the confusion. So everybody knows, like, the social media, especially the constant barrage of the new and wonderful, and there's a million different types of diets. You've got, keto, carnivore, all these different things that people tell you is the best way or the new way and the only way, and people get very territorial about their style of dieting. But at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff, no matter what the principle is or the theory behind it, it still all works off the very same principle. So whether you're a carnivore diet that just eats meat and no vegetables, or you're eating a full vegan diet, the reason you lose fat is exactly the same. It's that you're eating less calories than you're burning. So you're creating a calorie deficit. So all of them, no matter how you got there, this is what they work off. There's no way getting around that. You cannot eat more calories than you burn and lose fat. There's a million variables in between that, and it's not always as simple as that. But at the end of the day, it's creating a calorie deficit. So you've got controlling your macronutrients, and that's where all these diets will vary in the macronutrient breakdown. The micronutrients is a big part of it as well. So making sure you're getting all the essential vitamins and minerals you need. We'll go through all these in a bit more detail. But at the end of the day, energy in versus energy out is your guiding factor. That's why you lose weight. It's why you won't lose weight. There's no way around that. So first, macronutrients. So if you go through that. So creating calorie deficit. So what is calorie deficit? It's just literally, like I said, burning more calories than you eat. So for an average person, if we said a 300 to 500 calorie deficit, so eating 300 to 500 calories less than what you burn, that will be enough for you to normally start losing around 1 pound of fat a week, right? So for your average person who's not already very lean. So if you put that down, as a basic number, that's not a lot of food, and it's very simple and easy. The problem where most people go wrong with this is they do it all in 1 week or 2 weeks, and they just think very short term with this. So if you understand how the process works and the theory behind why you need to eat more and keep all these other factors in control, you'll start to plan long term and thinking how you can actually do this as a lifestyle and make this actually efficient. So macronutrients, what are they? So for those of you who don't know, a calorie is just an energy unit. So it's like any other measurement of energy, just the unit we use in nutrition. So you've got protein, carbohydrates, and fats. They're your three main macronutrients. Okay, so all of the food you eat will be made up of some combination of these. Right? The specifics of it isn't as important. Like when we're working with clients, we get very specific with that, and we worry about adjusting certain things and controlling how much protein per gram of muscle they have. But at the end of the day, as long as you're eating a good balance of them, most people, as long as you're living in a calorie deficit, will still lose fat. So you have protein, which is 4 calories per gram. So every gram of protein you eat has 4 calories. Carbohydrates the same, and then fats is 9 calories per gram. So you can see how when you're eating high fats, like processed food, fast foods, things like that, the calories can get away from you really quickly. It's much easier to overeat on a burger and chips calorie-wise than it is on chicken and vegetables, for that reason, that there's just purely more calories for every gram of food you're eating. All right? So micronutrients. So these are something that you really don't have to stress yourself too much, but as a general rule, and something we look at with clients, is are they deficient in these? So a lot of these, if you're deficient in a micronutrient, it'll be like a handbrake to you losing fat. So it's all your vitamins and minerals that your food's made up of, but if you're something like a B vitamin, so if you're deficient in B vitamins, you don't have enough in your diet and you're not supplementing it in some way, your ability to make energy at a cellular level in your body is next to non-existent. So all of a sudden, just by being deficient in a vitamin, your calorie out is greatly changed. So you could be eating the same food, but if you had a sufficient amount of B vitamins compared to when you don't, you're actually the difference between that is whether you're burning fat or whether you're not. So without even changing your calorie intake, by making sure you've controlled all the variables and eating the right amounts of all these things that make up the foods we eat, and the essential vitamins and minerals we need, you can make a big difference to how much fat you can burn by covering these bases, all right? So